Hi, I'm Chris Bunting. I'm director of an organisation called Bradford Birth to 19, and we're the, I suppose, the driving force behind 50 Things to Do Before You're 5. I'm going to try to do a broad outline of 50 things right now. And thank you for bearing with us in terms of the live stream technology this afternoon. 50 Things to Do Before You're 5 is an initiative that's been born in Bradford, but now is reaching out across the whole of the country. It's based at St Edmund's Nursery School. St Edmund's Nursery School is an outstanding nursery school in the Manningham and Girlington area of central Bradford, and areas of exceptionally high socioeconomic deprivation. The core purpose of 50 Things to Do Before You're 5 is it's an offer to parents which is aimed at giving children the best start in life that they can possibly have. It's directed at parents and at the home learning environment, and we're trying to make a difference to all the children in the communities that we're working, but we have a particular and profound interest in disadvantaged children. The core purpose of 50 Things to Do Before You're 5 is to drive up early learning, health outcomes, and prepare children well for starting primary school, but equally give them access to a really wonderful first 5 years in their life. It is 50 Things to Do Before You're 5. It is an app, and I'll share some of these resources with you later on. An app, a website, social media campaign, and some print-ready resources. The practitioner pack that Andrea was showing is this, where there are each one of the 50 things has a different card. We give those to practitioners, but also schools are liking them as an offer for pupil premium, children in receipt of pupil premium. 50 Things to Do Before You're 5 started out its journey at St Edmund's Nursery School, where we work with a couple of hundred children each year. But over the last 2.5 years, we've expanded rapidly, reaching out to 36,000 children in Bradford, and from there reaching out to all of West Yorkshire. In fact, growing so rapidly that we've had a reach out to 10% now of the English under 5 population. 335,000 children in local authority areas that are within 50 Things to Do Before You're 5 areas. We just got good news yesterday from a couple of local authorities who are going to be joining us, and that will take us up to 1 in 8 children in England who are part of the 50 Things to Do Before You're 5 approach. We've grown rapidly, and we are making a particular impact now with families and providing support for them who are struggling with their roles as home educators during the time of COVID. 50 Things to Do Before You're 5 enables local authorities and schools and settings to meet their statutory responsibility to provide home learning during the time of the COVID pandemic. Okay, so we've managed to get here because it's been a really good, simple, straightforward idea. 50 Things to Do Before You're 5 is accessible for all parents. It's low cost, no cost, things you can do at home, things that you can do in your locality, and things that are going to be fun but lead to learning at the same time. COVID is changing the way that we need to approach kind of early learning. Things are different now, but the values and the ideas that underpin 50 Things, with the materials that we've got, each one of those 50 things is as valid now as it's always been. We're giving parents the confidence and the tools to do the things that they probably would have done in any case. And the ideas that are behind 50 Things, all those ideas came from parents in the first place. There are, in fact, about 250 things squeezed into the 50 Things offer, and they are a really wide-ranging, holistic offer of exciting activities. They are aligned to the early years foundation stage curriculum. They are appropriate for children of all ranges of abilities. They've been through a special educational needs audit and are meant to be as accessible as we can make them. They're expected to have impacts. In particular, our starting point on this one was to make impacts around speech and language outcomes. Speech and language outcomes for children. We were knocked over by the evidence that there is out there that children from disadvantaged backgrounds are entering school language poor, and we wanted to do something about it. And the ideas behind 50 Things are very straightforward. Go out with your parents and families as a young child, go and explore the world, go down to your local parks, to your local museums, into the woods, wherever it is, into the back garden, or have fun at home. And parents, involve yourself in a serve and return conversation with your child. A serve and return conversation will drive forward language, it will drive forward confidence, and it will give children those self-regulations, metacognition skills that they need to be effective young learners. That being said, it's not just about learning, it's not just about parental confidence. We're expecting to see, and we're starting to see, some really significant improvements in terms of early health outcomes. In Bradford, we are particularly concerned around childhood obesity, early onset diabetes, coronary and respiratory health problems, and also around early infant and childhood mental health problems. And all of those things have been made worse because of the COVID pandemic. So it's a particularly valuable offer at the moment. The evidence on the impact that we're having is promising. The evidence of engagement is overwhelming. Parents love 50 Things. They love the app. They love the materials that are around them. And we do not find it a difficult sell at all to parents. They readily want to participate in the 50 Things activities and support it locally with really exciting kind of like activities. We've just concluded the first national puddle jumping Olympics in Bradford. Little low cost, no cost activities to get kids to go and play outside. Some parents think that if you go and play outside during winter, you'll catch a cold. We want to encourage physical activity, and we want to make it as fun as you possibly can. What does the local authority get? That you get from us your own app. And the app here, I'm going to try this. It's not always so straightforward to share to share something, an app on screen, but I'm going to try and work with that. That's on a tablet. Like, to me, it seems fairly clear. But those are the 50 Things. In the 50 Things areas, you are guided through various things to do, stories to read, songs to sing, activities to engage in, words to use, information for special needs, information about how to do these things in your locality, in your area. So if you adopt 50 Things, what you get is your own app and your own print-ready resources, your own further print-ready resources. This is the back of the fridge door, kitchen door poster, and a wide range of materials. But they've got your children in them, your museums, your parks, your forests and local wild spaces, and pictures of your children. So they're recognizing that this app is for them. It's speaking to them. It's an opportunity for them in their locality. Inside the app, there's some powerful technology that Andrea was talking about. When you sign into the app, you put in your postcode. You can elect not to. And we don't harvest who you are. We don't take that data down there. But the data set that's gathered in from the app allows a local authority to be able to see what impact is being had, who is downloading the app, who's doing what, or which postcodes are doing what, and you can compare those with your socioeconomic data sets that you hold locally. So that gives you a really powerful set of data to be able to judge impact. there's a lot of power in there. You can use that to influence your policy rollout, the things that you do. You may find a white working class estate, for example, in one area of your local authority that they never go to the museum, or there's no evidence that they're going to the museum. So maybe the museum need to go there. Maybe they need to go and reach out to that community. Locally, the coalitions, the stakeholders who are excited by 50 Things, of course they're the parents, of course they're the 1-year-olds and 2-year-olds who reach up and say, I want to go and do that today, mum and dad. But they're also your public health colleagues locally, the early years team, the local authority school standards team, and also colleagues who are interested in joining in with the initiative because of civic responsibility, because of community integration, or because of local tourism. And we get a coalition of colleagues locally who support these kinds of initiatives. What you can do is launch this activity from commission to kind of like a launch. It can take as little as 4 weeks. In Sheffield, that's all it took us. Some local authority areas took a longer time to be able to launch 50 Things. But some of them were able to launch rapidly because they needed to put something in place at the time of coronavirus. There are practically things you need to get sorted, things that can delay 50 Things launch are things around permissions for photographs, but we can find a way to get that launch for you as soon as you're able. Here at 50 Things, we've got the team ready to work with you. Frog have got the technical experts able to support you with the launch, and we're ready and willing to have conversations. We do this as a social enterprise. We do it because of our commitment to young children and to families. We do it because we think it's the right thing to do. We're really happy to be able to have those conversations with you after today, and we've got a team ready to respond to you.
And terrible jaws. I have terrible teeth. And terrible teeth.
Good, mix, mix. Mama, bubble. Wow. Bubble. Mix.
Come with big aces. And big brown bear.
And what happened?
And a big brown bear.
Tell Molly.
Big brown mouse.
Wow, that was a big jump.
Shall we do something? Oh, we could splash. Put our hand in. Oh, mixing.